Jehovah, I'm glad.
Good afternoon, people. Good morning. Good evening. Wherever it is that you're watching us from today, this is one of our educational videos that we make to help our clients make informed decisions, investment decisions, particularly when it comes to real estate investment. So today, we're going to provide 5 things you must consider before making a real estate investment. 5 things you must consider before making a real estate investment. You can agree with me that it is not easy to make up your mind to spend money. Yes, you work hard to make money. And so, if you are desiring to invest such money, it is very important to take your time out to research and find out what things are driving that spend. So it's important to consider some certain things before you make real estate investments. Many people today also realize that one of the safest area of life to invest one's hard-earned money is in real estate, because the value of real estate products continue to appreciate as time goes on. So it's important before you even invest in real estate to consider some of these things that we are going to mention to you today. So I will encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay, so that when I drop such videos, you will be able to be among those that would see the video and of course pick vital information. Watch this video to the end, as I'm going to provide you with 5 things you're going to consider before making a real estate investment. Come with me. Okay, the first thing that I expect that you will consider is the type of property that you want to invest in. What is the type of property? Are you buying a property for rental purposes? Or are you buying a property that is going to help you during your retirement? Or are you buying to build and then dispose? These are different types of property that people invest their money in. So what actually is driving this real estate investment that you want to embark on now? Do you want to buy land and possibly leave it for a period of time, dispose it, and recoup your money with returns on investments? Or you planning to retire? As a result, you want to build or buy a property that you will be letting out to people, and when you do so, the returns would help you to support your life during your retirement age. So you want to think out properly, what is it that is driving this real estate investments? You want to think about the type of property that you want to buy. It is very important to have that at the back of your mind before moving to start searching the property. Okay? So, very vital. Number 1 point, type of property. Then number 2, which is very critical, is your budget. You need to know what budget you are willing to spend. Knowing the budget, determining it, is not just going to help you on the type of property like we have mentioned that you are going to buy, but it will also help you narrow down in terms of the space and the location where you want this property. In other words, having your budget in mind would help you to determine, 1, type of property you're going to invest in. Is it land? Is it property for rent? Is it buy and build? You have to determine that via your budget. Number 2, you would determine the size or the space that you require to buy. Then number 3, your budget will help you to determine the location. Let's take, for example, you want to buy a property in a fully built up area. Of course, you should have fat budget. Take, for example, properties in VI. Probably you want to buy an office space. In VI, the minimum office space you can acquire is about 12.5 million per annum. So you're going to, buy an office space, or rent an office space in VI. You should have at least 12.5 million to spend per annum. If you are going to a place like Ikoyi, you should be thinking about 9.5 million per annum to acquire an office space. So if you are going to, invest in such property, certainly you should know that you have such costs to pay. Okay, so the budget is very important. Then, if your budget is low, you now look for a location where that suits your budget. For example, you want to come to Songotedo. Songotedo is quite manageable. You can get office space for 2.5 million. Fine. Also, in terms of property purchase, if you want to buy land in VI, you should be having very fat budget. But if you want to buy land in, to say, Ibejuleki, well, you can actually get the location that will suit your price. For example, we have some property that we have marketed not quite long ago. Itinu residential, you have commercial, you also have the residential arm of the Itinu property. So it's very manageable and it is strategically located. You can actually invest into that property for higher return on investment. How about the Macarius luxury place that I have been advertising? That property is located in a very strategic place along Lekki Expressway. In fact, facing the express. That property, as you can see in the screen here, is very fantastic and it is well located. If you love luxury and you really want a place that you are going to enjoy life, I will recommend this property for you to buy. Macarius, the luxury place at Ayeteju. You can see that particular real estate product is having the first ever water display fountain in Africa in a residential community. So it's very fantastic and it is very good. That property also meets all the things that I'm going to talk about today in terms of what? Budget, in terms of space, in terms of location, in terms of purpose of investment, in terms of commercial, in terms of anything. That property meets that requirement. So I will encourage you, if you need a place of luxury, you understand, you can subscribe. And one beautiful thing about this Macarius place is that the property is having a good title. And right now, it is at pre-launch price. That property, Macarius, the luxury place, it is at pre-launch price of 33 million for 300 square meters and 53 million for 500 square meters. There are also serviced apartments, and in there you are going to have world-class civic center and more. So I will encourage you that if you have the budget for that particular place of luxury, subscribe into it. Now, while you are considering this budget, which is the second point that I am mentioning, you need to be realistic. You need to calculate everything. Okay? Don't just hear it's 33 million and you jump into it. No. You need to check, what are the hidden costs? Am I meant to pay agency? Am I going to also, are there some hidden charges that I'm going to incur and all that? So things need to be factored in when you are preparing to make a real estate investment. The third thing that I want to talk about now is location. Yes. Why is location very important? The location is very, very important when you want to buy or subscribe into any real estate investment. Yes, assuming you are looking for an office space, you know that you need a place that is fully built up, right? A place that is central, where people can easily locate. Okay? Then again, if your purpose of buying that real estate is for commercial, you need a bigger space. Okay? You need a bigger space. So you'll be talking about from 1,000 and 1,500 square meter space is required. So you will be considering the location. Where is it that I'm going to get that particular size of land? Okay? Again, assuming you are also thinking about the purpose of that investment is maybe residential. Okay? You'll be looking at a fastly moving place that people would always go. Okay? So if you're going to buy to build for residential purposes, certainly people can key in again. Then again, in talking about the location, you can also be factoring in things like the timeline that you are expecting that to recoup your investments. Those are very, very important things to consider before you make that real estate investment. Another important thing, which is number 3 that I'm going to discuss, number 4 rather, that I'm going to discuss now is what? Your investment purpose. What is your investment purpose? Understanding what your plan on doing that property investment is very, very important, because it's going to tell the huge difference on what type of property that you are going to buy, and also other things like determining the space or the location where you are going to site that where you are going to invest. So you need to determine this. Okay? Determining the purpose will also help you make right decision and help you have a better vision of the end before you even start up the plan. Okay? So it is important to have at the back of your mind, this is the purpose I am making this real estate investment. Again, assuming your purpose is for your retirement, okay, you are going to seek out for a place where you know that you build and it will be secured. You are not going to seek out any land or any property. You will look for a property with proper title, secured place, okay, have less risk. Very important. Because if you make a mistake in buying into a place that is disputed, you didn't check properly, certainly you might lose your investment. And imagine that this is an investment you are making for your retirement, and you go and wrongly invest. It will be so painful. It will be sad. So it is very, very important that you have at the back of your mind the purpose of your investment. When you have that purpose of your investment at mind, it will help you to make proper research to make sure that you will determine a property that will meet that purpose. Okay? You would also be having at the back of your mind the risk factors. What are the risk level before you invest? Particularly if you are investing for your retirement. I would always encourage you to invest in a verifiable property. A property that you can just say this is peace of mind. A property with good title is very important when you are making investment for your retirement. You don't go just hear that the property is cheap and as a result you jump into it. No, ask, what is the title of the property? And when they tell you that the property has gazette, or the property have C of O, or the property have governor's consent, don't just take it, please. Don't just take it. Verify. Do what? Verify. Find out properly whether that property that they said it has such title is actually having those titles. These are very important things to do before you make that good investment. And like everybody that know me, when I market property, I try to find out what is the title of this land that I want to market. Is it authentic? Is it genuine? Because my name is very important to me. I don't like, I prefer a good name to, making big money. So I like to protect it. That is why I will always go for a property that have very good title. For example, the Macarius place that I'm promoting. I'm one of the prime promoters of that property. Macarius, the luxury place. That property have C of O. Construction is currently going on in that property. That property has already acquired 5 levels approval from Lagos State government. In other words, nothing will happen to any investment in that property. I can beat my chest and say, please subscribe into this property. It's safe and is worth doing. Okay? Same again with the Itinu residential that I'm marketing. That property also have very good title. Or the Regent Park at Akodo. That property has a gazette from Lagos State government. So it is very good to subscribe into those properties that you know that they are reliable. Again, the final point that I want to present today is your payment plan. Well, I would not like my subscribers to always subscribe into property that it will be so burdensome to pay for. Okay? I would always ask you to verify this property I want to buy. Is it possible to pay in installments so that as money is coming in, you are investing in that property? So it's important to find out what is the payment plan of this property. After considering your budget, location, and figuring out the size and purpose of your investment, you need to find out the payment plan. Are you going to pay outright? Maybe you get a loan from the bank to pay for the property. It is important to consider how much interest am I going to pay in this property if I do that. What is the risk? Assuming the money I was expecting did not come on time. Those are the things that you need to consider. Is it possible I will meet up in paying bank and at the same time holding this property? Or eventually along the line, the bank will come and take over the property? You need to think very well before you go ahead. Again, you need to ask, are there flexible payment plans in this? It is very important to figure out these things before you make that real estate investment. Dear friends, I will encourage you again to subscribe into my YouTube channel so that anytime I drop an educational video like this one I'm dropping today, you will be among the first to view the video and pick the vital points. Remember, my name is Ephraim, Jemack Properties. I bring you authentic products and would always encourage you with tips that will help you make the best real estate investments. Thank you. God bless you.